Hello and welcome. For Her is an ICICIdirect initiative that focuses on how women are taking charge of their financial well-being. In this series today, I have a very special guest with me, Ms. Anu Aga, ex-chairperson of Thermax. Strong and resilient, Ms. Aga is an example of true leadership and compassion. She has inspired women across the world to dare to make a change. Let's all welcome Ms. Aga.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you in your early days had lots of resistance to finance and technical things, yet you successfully managed and turned around a company like Thermax. Could you share your experiences and the challenges you faced in doing so?
Sure. Just in a lighter way, this webinar is supposed to teach women how to take care of their finances. Am I right? You couldn't have selected a worse candidate in me, because I'm today also not interested. If I was interested, I'm sure I could learn. But I just don't enjoy technology and financial issues. But before I became the chairperson, I worked in HR for 5 years under someone and then headed it. So I knew my people extremely well. And I did not feel small or bad to say I don't know and explain it to me. And they would explain things, and for that, whatever case I needed to understand, I think I was okay intelligent to understand what they were saying. I may not remember the next day, but I understood it. So openly saying I don't know, and my executives were very keen that I succeed, and Thermax also succeeds. So my family was behind me. My daughter is very good with finance. My daughter is a chemical engineer. My son-in-law has done his MBA. He was good at finance, and though not an engineer, he's extremely good with technical issues. So with the help of everyone, I could manage.
Ma'am, you always talk about corporate consciousness and corporate social responsibility. How do you see these help in building strong India?
Yeah, I make a distinction between CSR, which is giving money, but corporate consciousness is when, if there's a grave issue facing the country, you take a stand on it, which means you could be out of favor with the ruling party. There could be a backlash. And are you willing to? You can't take up every issue, because if you talk against every issue, nobody will take you seriously. But one or two issues which you feel strongly. For example, I feel very strongly about our rich diversity. And I did speak up in 2002. And that's the consciousness. And the CSR are giving your funds, which is now compulsory, so you don't have a choice.
Right.
And but I'm glad that more and more people, organizations are taking this seriously, and there's a large pool available for various causes. I wish beyond CSR, people would also give more than their 2% due, and involve their employees, maybe over weekend, maybe give a day off during a week, or not a week, in a month, to go and work in an NGO, help them. So our people have their skills and competence, which is also very much needed besides our funds. So if all of us did that, what a wonderful support it would be for the NGOs in India.
Very true. Ma'am, you have been awarded the Padma Shri for your social work, and now you're fully involved in social activities helping underprivileged. How do you think philanthropy can change India?
Philanthropy could mean that you're giving only your money, your finances. But to me, a more potent combination is giving your own time and your own skills along with your money. And I feel more comfortable giving to causes with which I am very familiar. For example, my daughter and I support Akanksha, which is education for the underprivileged children, and Teach for India. And we are on their boards, but we didn't become boards because we gave big amounts. Not at all. We are very actively involved with these two. And I'm active with the children. They come and stay with me, come for lunch at my house. So I don't know how it helps the NGO, but it's enriched my life a lot. I've understood. And I have decided to focus on education, primary education for the underprivileged. So I go deep into it. So and a little bit, I believe in free media. I believe in some bit of activism to preserve my city, because the way construction is coming, my daughter is interested in music, in climate change issues. So we give a little bit to all these causes we believe in, but the main chunk goes for education of the underprivileged.
Much required, ma'am. Education really needs a focus in our country, like India, which is still developing. Well, your idea of happiness.
My idea of happiness.
Yeah.
Let me say, more than idea, what makes me happy?
Right.
That will be my idea. Being at peace with myself most of the time. I have to be God to be pleased, to be content with myself all the time. But most of the time, I'm at peace with myself, even when I don't know things, or I make a mistake, or people think I've embarrassed them by my behavior. For example, messing up meetings, I'm getting old and confused, but it makes me upset for a few seconds. And for me to achieve that, I need to meditate. I've been for Vipassana, the Buddhist meditation, 4 times, and every day after getting up, I meditate for an hour. And for my happiness, I need to invest in people I care for. I'm not saying invest in the world, that's not possible, or I might avoid people I'm not very fond of. But the people I care, my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandchildren, a few friends, I find time to be with them. So I have no regret if when and God forbid they die. I don't feel, I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that, I wish I had told them I love you, or whatever, or patched up our differences. I don't have regrets. So that's another very important thing. Happiness for me is always challenging myself. I don't feel now at 78 I can't change. I feel I can change at any stage. People say you don't make good friends after your school and college. Some of my very, very dear friends have been made in the last few years. So not have these old myths which you carry in your head, but challenge yourself. So I like, for my happiness, leading a very leisurely life is not for me. And last but very important, get involved in causes that are meaningful to you, and not be self-absorbed in acquiring things, wearing designer clothes and all. To me, I don't like designer clothes, so it's no great effort. I do indulge in what I like to do. I like to acquire a few properties, which I've done. So I'm not being a sadhu, but don't get over-absorbed and think of the needy and reach out to them.
Very inspiring, ma'am. Ma'am, do you think we need more women in leadership role? And if yes, why?
Yes, we need diversity at any stage, in a corporate world, an NGO, anywhere. Diversity of different professional competence, diversity of gender, diversity of religion, diversity of region. So in that light, definitely, and women represent almost half the population. And if they are not represented, we are the losers in the corporate world. So yes, I do think it would be wonderful, but on merit, not through quota system or compulsory. Yes.
Ma'am, what will be your advice for aspiring women entrepreneurs and future leaders?
I would say have faith in yourself, trust yourself. A lot of women doubt their abilities. Men are quite willing to show off even if they don't know. But women take a step back. So don't be aggressive, but don't be submissive, be assertive. But before you become assertive, have faith in yourself. Nobody knows everything. But ask for help when you want and dare to be the kind of woman you want to be and face the consequences. Don't always follow what others want you to do. You do what you want to do, but there are consequences. Face them.
Very true. What does International Women's Day mean to you, ma'am?
Nothing. I think it's a Western thing which we are following. As I often say, men have their day every day, 365s. And why should women have one day in a year to celebrate? Are we saying for the rest of the time it's Men's Day? So no, I just a tokenism, it's just a Western fad, and I'm not for it.
Thank you, Ms. Aga, for being with us. It was a pleasure speaking with you, ma'am.
Thank you.